Hi, shalom everyone. I'm going to continue this fantastic series, friends, on the daily page of the Daf Yomi over here, quite close to Hadassah in Kerem, over here in Jerusalem. And we're relating over Masechet Shevuot, page number 21, making fantastic progress at the moment here in the daily Daf Yomi. And we're talking all about Shevuot, oaths, over the last pages of the Gemara. And we know that generally speaking, as we learned, obviously in Masechet Makot in general, punishments meted out by Jewish courts were given only when the perpetrator, let's just say, committed an act forbidden by the Torah. If the person, let's just say, neglected to perform a positive commandment, the Torah does not punish him in any way whatsoever. Similarly, negative commandments we talk about that do not involve forbidden actions, referred to in the Gemara as lav she'ein bo ma'aseh, are not punishable since there was no forbidden action that was done. Now, where do false oaths, over here which we're speaking about, where does that fall into it? This category respectively in itself. Let's just say, since an oath usually involves speech with no action, respectively, it is considered to be a lav she'ein bo ma'aseh, or perhaps the act of speaking is considered significant, you could argue. Now, in today's page, Rabbi Yehuda is brought quoting Rabbi Yosef HaGalili, a rabbi we've spoken about various occasions before, as teaching that there are three exemptions to the rule of no punishments for lav she'ein bo ma'aseh. The three exemptions are nishba, taking an oath, me'ema, announcing one's intent to switch one consecrated animal for another, something we've spoken about extensively in this series over here. And there was ume kalel et havero bah Shem, cursing one's fellow while invoking the name of God. Something also, it appears somewhat counterintuitively that the Gemara does not consider speech to be an action, yet nevertheless these types of speech are presented by Torah as exemptions to the rule, and malkut, lashes, will be given to someone who transgresses them. Now, there's an explanation, let's just say, of the unique punishment of malkut for a false oath. Rabbi Yochanan quotes a great Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai in teaching. The source is that the passage in Ten Commandments where you find that God will offer no atonement for someone who takes his name in vain, as we learn in Parashat Yitro. And from this they infer that while there is no heavenly atonement offered, atonement can be made by means of punishment meted out by the courts. Over here, Tosfot, the great commentator, points out that there are other examples of speech for which punishment is given. For example, a dim zomamim, let's say witnesses that are found to be testifying falsely since they are not at the scene that they describe, or motzei shemra, someone who falsely accuses his wife of premarital infidelity, and explain that in those cases the Torah itself clearly states that the punishment associated with these statements. So this is Lilu Nishmat Avihu ben Esther. And please, these are fantastic notes coming from the great Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz from the Steinsaltz.org and OU website. Have a great day, everyone, and take care.